What's up guys, Rob the Awesome here, and today we're back with some more awesome TF2 loadouts. This series is dedicated to showing off awesome weapon and cosmetic combinations in TF2 to make the game that much more fun to play. There are thousands of weapon combinations to choose from that can improve the gameplay experience immensely, but today we're going to be looking at a loadout that makes the heavy even tankier than he is now, giving you tons of resistance to any type of damage in the game. I bring to you guys the Tank Heavy Loadout, a well-built variation on the Heavy that lets you take more damage while at the same time be able to dish more out. The Heavy is basically a damage sponge with a ton of body mass and a gigantic head to boot. Why not go the extra mile to become that human meat shield so that you and your teammates can live a little bit longer? Your primary weapon gives you resistances at half health, while trading mobility for huge damage output. Your secondary weapon gives you the edge in self-healing technology, producing 200 health in 10 seconds flat. Lastly, your melee will get you out of any bind, giving even more resistances for quick escape or objective use. At this rate, the enemy will only be leaving behind dents. Add in a couple of cosmetic items to seem even more tanky, and you've got yourself a real-time damage sponge that's useful for any situation. The loadout consists of the Brass Beast, the Second Banana, and the Fists of Steel, all items that'll give you tons of resistances and help tank your way to the top. Although the weapons look neat with the setup, it's not enough though they have a theme. We also have to look at the weapons individually in order to assess the loadout in its entirety. In the primary slot, the Brass Beast grants the user big damage and resistance gain at the cost of extra mobility. To start, the minigun grants a 20% damage bonus, increasing it by 2 damage per bullet. On top of that, when the user has the minigun spawn up and below half health, the Heavy receives a 20% damage resistance to all types of damage, giving him more of a tanky build overall. Unfortunately, the downsides are that the spin time is reduced by 50%, taking a sweet amount of time to start firing. Lastly, the user moves 60% slower when the weapon is deployed, making the Heavy even heavier overall. The price is high in order to get some of the sweet benefits, but when you focus on utilizing choke points in defensive positions, the downsides become child's play. Any sort of resistance will keep the Heavy from dying and will definitely be a hard target to take down when a medic keeps the buff on him. It takes a bit of time to work around the weapon's downsides compared to stock, but once you get the hang of things, you'll end up seeing that the benefits make up for the situational downsides. So now, let's see how this primary pairs up with the rest of the set. In the secondary slot, the Second Banana is the Heavy's health regenerating tool that'll keep him in the fight, even when the resistances get overwhelmed. The upsides to the Second Banana are that it heals 200 health over the span of a 4-second taunt, leaving the Heavy vulnerable as he eats. It takes 10 seconds to respawn another one, giving it limited use overall. Finally, the Heavy can throw the banana to give his teammates a 20% health pack in order to save them from afterburn or certain death. Overall, having this lunchbox option is helpful for both you and your teammates, and with a 10-second spawn timer, you'll be non-stop eating to keep your health at max. Add in the resistance of the Brass Beast in your melee weapon, and you won't be going down very often at all. But we aren't finished yet. Now let's see how the last weapon stacks up with the rest of the arsenal. In the melee slot, the Fist of Steel provides an onboard protection at a moment's notice, giving great resistances for running away or getting in deep. When the Fists of Steel are out, the user receives a 40% resistance to all ranged sources, giving him that super resistance that he needs to get better cover. Unfortunately, with these great resistances comes some downsides. When the weapon is out, the user receives 100% more damage from melee sources, giving you a run for your money if they decide to get on close. The weapon also holsters 100% slower, meaning you'll have to dedicate some time for pulling them out in the first place. The Heavy also receives 40% less maximum overheal when the fists are active, and finally, you receive 40% less health from healers as well, making medics less effective when active. The good news is that the downsides are easily negated with proper Heavy gameplay and can be negated by switching weapons overall. It provides you with a pretty decent direct upgrade when active and can save you some trouble due to your lack of speed. The tank needs to be protected at all costs, and with these combination of weapons, it won't be easy bringing your barrage to a sudden halt. You don't want to be messing around when a tank rears its head around the corner. One little slip up will cost you your life in a matter of seconds, and there's no use fighting back. Your damage will get mutilated with all the resistance this set has to offer, and furthermore, the extra damage ain't so bad either. Just as you think you got him beat, he has a regeneration station in the palm of his hands ready for round 2. Defense is half the game. Protection is key to giving you a few extra seconds to mutilate the enemy. Whether you're on offense or defense, consider your location secured in your capable hands. But enough about the weapons. Let's pair these weapons with cosmetic items that give this set the full-on Heavy protection. There are a ton of opportunities to turn the Heavy into a full-blown tank. After all, the Heavy is considered a tank class in the game. With the 3 cosmetic slots the game offers, I suggest a helmet, some armor, and an extra piece to make the whole thing stand out. Your weapons may give you lots of cover, but your head is still left out in the open. You're gonna need a helmet to cover you up and really make you stand out as a tank. Some of the helmets I suggest are the Dragonborn helmet, the Warhead, the Uklanka, the Katyusha, the Eliminator Safeguard, and Das Maschine, whatever the heck this is, to really give you that full-time protection. Next, you're gonna need to cover up that torso with a jacket or something. Can't be too careful after all. Some stylish pieces include the big steel jaw of summer fun, dye whatever the heck this says, the mad mask, and the Siberian tiger stripe to really give the heavy a fitting look. Lastly, you'll need to complete the loadout with something special, whether it be extra protection or something strapping to connect it all together. Some of these items would be the Borscht belt, the heavy harness, the combat slacks, and the Gone Commando to complete the loadout in its entirety. And voila, you've got yourself a walking, talking Russian tank, armored from his head down to his toes. With the massive resistance to damage, as well as great damage to boot, no one is even going to try dealing damage to you with all that armor. This is a well-built loadout that will certainly help rejuvenate that passion for the game. It's damaging, protective, and overall fun. You don't even need the cosmetics to have a good time with the awesome combination the weapons present themselves to have. I suggest you all give this awesome TF2 loadout a try. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like these types of videos, leave a like and subscribe. And if you got your very own loadout you want me to show off, you can even put that in the comments as well. Every sub counts. It only takes one click to help out the channel. Also, if we manage to hit 50,000 subscribers, I'll be doing a super duper unusual giveaway. So if you got the message, be sure to put in all caps TANK to let me know. Remember to be awesome, stay awesome, and to have an awesome day. I'm Rob the Awesome, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao for now.